All right, I'm here in Miami and I want to talk about really my most effective fat loss tip. And I noticed people that stay really lean long-term, they also do this, okay? And it's very simple. I'm gonna give it to you right now. The tip is weigh yourself daily. That's it. Wake up, take your clothes off, take your underwear off, use the bathroom, and step on the scale. Now this literally is probably the most effective advice I could give you for fat loss. And why is it the most effective advice? Because really, accountability is gonna help you transform, get lean, stick to your diet, get your steps in. If you know the next day you're gonna step on the scale, you're less likely to overeat, to snack, to binge, to skip out on getting your steps in. And so I find myself very dialed when I'm weighing myself daily. When I don't weigh myself daily, it's very easy to act surprised. What? How did I gain 6 pounds out of nowhere? How did this happen? It's easy to kind of have a couple little blind spots and think you're kind of in the deficit, and then you just step on you're surprised. And here's the deal. If you're traveling a bit, maybe if you're eating different meals, you can catch yourself really fast when you mess up. When you're eating a little bit too much, you see it. You see it the next day, because here's the deal. Fat loss has a buffer and fat gain has a buffer. So when you're in a deficit and you start to lose body fat, your weight goes down faster than it should because you're losing water weight. And as you start to gain weight and you're in a surplus, your weight goes up faster than it should because you're gaining water weight. The first 5 pounds you gain and the first 5 pounds you lose, you're not really gaining 5 pounds of fat, you're not really losing 5 pounds of fat, okay? There's a good 3+ pounds of water weight that you have to keep in mind. So you can catch yourself really fast when you're in the surplus if you step on the scale daily. And also, maybe you can't track your calories perfectly, okay? Maybe you don't have a food scale. You can just eat the same thing every day and get on the scale. Is the scale going up? Okay, you're eating a bit too much. You don't even have to track your calories. You can just eat the same thing every day, pump up the steps, and then you see if the weight is moving in the right direction. Now, a good rate of fat loss is about 1 pound a week is great. If you want to go aggressive, 1.5 pounds a week is aggressive. Now again, you might find that the weight goes down a little bit faster in the beginning, and then it will stabilize based on your calorie deficit, okay? So this literally is essential. If you want to get lean and you want to maximize fat loss, step on the scale daily. Now you have to understand that your weight can still fluctuate even if your calories aren't going up. There's still a little fluctuation, so you're not trying to see the scale go down every single day. The goal more so is to almost find a weekly low. If right now you're 201 pounds, then next week, you want your weekly low to be less than 201 pounds, ideally 200 or 199.5. And so you're looking for that weekly low. And so if your weight is up 1 pound and then down, don't worry. As long as you're hitting your diet correctly, you're getting your steps in, don't worry about the fluctuations. You want to catch the weekly low. Now in the past, when I weighed myself weekly, it kind of sucks, right? Because when you weigh yourself weekly, here's the problem is that you don't know your water retention that day. So you could be 200, the next week you could have lost fat, but then just randomly you were retaining more water and so you're 201. And so it's not helpful to weigh yourself weekly. Over the course of several weeks, you can catch the right trend, but mentally, I prefer to step on the scale daily. Now, if you have an eating disorder, this may not be recommended for you, but I actually do find look, if you can just be calm and step on the scale and look at it without emotion, just okay, interesting. Okay, I ate a bit too much, or oh, I'm holding a bit more water today, then that is fine. You break through any sort of overreaction really fast when you weigh yourself daily. You see the number, you can't hide from it, it's in your face, you accept it, boom, we're moving forward. Now again, you have to understand that if you're at a certain level of leanness, the heavier you weigh, the better. If you have the same body fat, but you're a bit heavier one day, on a DEXA scan, that would make your body fat percentage lower and make your muscle mass higher. So again, you don't want to just focus on getting as light as possible and losing as much weight as possible. You want to try and maintain as much strength and muscle as possible and actually get to a low body fat without being too light, okay? So it's really important that some people, if they diet too aggressively, they're trying to just focus purely on getting their weight down, a lot of times they lose muscle with it. So we don't need to lose weight crazy fast. a pound, pound and a half a week is fine. When you're cutting to like a really, really low body fat, then I personally like to have some periods or a day here and there where I'll go a little bit higher. I find it keeps my leptin levels high. So when I'm cutting, like right now, I was at around 180, 182. I was 182 like in the summertime. Now I'm 174. I would kind of zigzag it where I'd cut a few pounds, kind of maintain, cut a few pounds, maybe go up a pound, cut. Because I found in the past, if I just did a straight cut really low, I would lose a bit of muscle. So I do like to kind of shift into a little bit of anabolic phases when I'm getting to like crazy low body fat. That's only really when you're cutting below like 9-10%. And very exciting news, we just redesigned and launched Nitro 2.0. This stuff is epic. This is one of our best sellers. It is incredible for improving blood flow. So you get amazing muscle pumps, better recovery, but where this really comes to life is in the bedroom. It is powerful. So we have pine bark extract. The research on pine bark shows it can help with mild to moderate ED. In fact, 92.5% of participants that use pine bark extract, mild to moderate ED is gone. We added the black ginger to the Nitro. So this actually improves androgen receptor sensitivity, allowing you to get more out of the testosterone that you have. It improves blood flow. It acts as a PDE5 inhibitor, which is exactly what Cialis and Viagra do to increase nitric oxide production. So you get crazy blood flow. We have the niacin, the arugula extract. This is amazing if you want to have more blood flow, more energy. And very, very cool, the black ginger has some research on being pretty effective as a fat burner. It increases energy expenditure. And best of all, we got rid of vitamin C because that can blunt muscle protein synthesis, which a lot of other products use. We got rid of the garlic extract because people didn't like smelling like garlic. And we don't use any beetroot extract because that actually is high in oxalates, anti-nutrients. And we added, which no one's really done, which is really, really effective, is we added methylfolate and methyl B12 because 40% of people have the gene polymorphism that makes it hard to absorb these. That actually causes homocysteine levels to increase, which is not good for your health. That impairs blood flow. And so this is like flawless for optimizing energy, improving performance, and also being like a light thermogenic. So if you want to try the Nitro, this stuff is epic. The black ginger is awesome. And we're doing a special right now. And if you join the subscription of Nitro, if you join, you get a free octane on the house. So you add this to your subscription and you unlock a free octane. So hope you guys enjoy this. Hope you enjoyed the video. Weigh yourself daily and we will talk soon. Take care.